and have Bree Turner playing a small forward. And then Bree Turner, when she took that jump shot, I was like, you might as well shoot it. And she airballed it by a meter. She airballed a long two by a meter. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. And here is her talking about Indiana and talking about Arizona.
Or just as an opponent tonight?
Yeah, AZ was good to me, but I'm
Sophie Cunningham delivered another standout performance during the Fever's recent matchup against Phoenix, proving once again why Indiana fans have embraced her so completely. While the team struggled overall, Cunningham remained the bright spot, refusing to back down even when the game got out of hand. KK Timpson also deserves recognition for her solid contribution, though it was puzzling to see the coaching staff give playing time to other players during meaningless minutes, instead of keeping her on the floor. The decision to let Dantas run plays and position Bree Turner at small forward seemed questionable, especially when Turner missed a long-range attempt by such a wide margin that it barely registered as a legitimate shot attempt. When asked about returning to Arizona to face her former team, Cunningham's response was telling.
AZ was good to me, but I'm way happier where I'm at now. It was good to see people. It was fun to play in front of some fans. But for me, I'm way happier in Indiana.
To be fair, Sophie Cunningham has probably made 7 figures. Like, I'm not joking when I say it. I think $1 million, saying Sophie Cunningham has made $1 million, is...
She acknowledged that Phoenix treated her well during her time there, but emphasized how much more content she feels with her current situation in Indiana. The energy from the crowd was noticeable, and while she enjoyed competing in front of passionate fans, her happiness with the Fever organization was clear. The financial implications of Cunningham's move to Indiana cannot be overstated. Her earning potential has likely reached 7 figures since joining the team, and this estimate might actually be conservative. Initially, there were expectations that she would continue her broadcasting work with the Phoenix Suns during the offseason, but circumstances may have changed those plans.
Since joining the Indiana Fever, is undercutting it. It is undercutting it. I would say in the offseason, I would have thought in the offseason that she was going to continue working with the Phoenix Suns. I wouldn't be that surprised if that was the initial plan. She was going to keep doing her broadcast and stuff for the Suns. I would not be surprised if, that got taken away because of the whole lawsuit.
A frivolous legal situation involving the Mercury organization potentially complicated matters for Cunningham, despite her having no actual involvement in the case. Her name was merely mentioned in passing as part of unsubstantiated gossip that had no bearing on the actual lawsuit. The entire situation represented one of the more absurd controversies to gain attention in recent WNBA history, yet it may have influenced organizational decisions regarding her future broadcasting opportunities. Notably, Phoenix fans refrained from booing Cunningham during her return, which seems appropriate given her consistently professional behavior throughout her tenure there. She was traded rather than choosing to leave, and has maintained respectful commentary about her former team.
Away because of the whole lawsuit BS thing. The BS lawsuit. Like, I wouldn't be that surprised if they ended up if the Phoenix Suns and Mercury organizations just completely distance themselves from Sophie Cunningham because of that BS lawsuit. And if you guys don't know what happened in the lawsuit, basically, it was a lawsuit. Somebody tried to sue the Mercury organization, and in like a side note, it was brought up that apparently
any potential negative reception might come later, particularly after her recent comments about preferring her current situation. Cunningham appears to thrive on the competitive edge that comes with being a polarizing figure. As the game progressed and she continued her aggressive style of play, the crowd's reaction shifted from supportive to more hostile when things went against her. This dynamic seems to energize rather than discourage her. Being a divisive player while representing the league's most popular franchise creates an ideal situation for someone comfortable with that role.
Note, it was brought up that apparently someone they were trying to sue had an affair with Sophie Cunningham. That had nothing to do. Sophie Cunningham was not in the lawsuit. Her name just got mentioned as like a conversation. And it wasn't even that happened. It was like the person, the person who was starting the lawsuit heard that rumor from somebody else. Like, I kid you not, like, it was one of the most ridiculous things I think I'd ever seen. Like, actual, like, things that got traction, but
when 75% of fans support your team and you can handle criticism from the remaining 25%, the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks. This position becomes even more valuable when
that got traction, but, you know, it's the WNBA. They hate Sophie Cunningham, so it is what it is. And one good thing is that Sophie Cunningham did not get booed. She did not get booed. In fairness to her, like, she was nothing but she's been nothing but positive. When it comes to, well, she was nothing but a positive player in Phoenix. So I don't know why they would boo her.
this approach creates meaningful contrast with other players' styles. While some teammates focus on maintaining friendly relationships across the league, Cunningham responds to aggressive plays with matching energy. When opponents target her teammates, she retaliates in ways that those teammates might not be comfortable doing themselves, especially when they're struggling with their own performance. Looking ahead, Cunningham's future with Indiana appears secure. No expansion team would likely claim her in the draft. And even if they did, she would probably return to the Fever as soon as possible.
I don't know why they would boo her. It's not like she walked. She got traded. She got traded, and she hasn't shit-talked the Phoenix Mercury by any chance. She might get booed the next time she's in Phoenix from just saying she prefers Indiana, but heck, I think Sophie Cunningham probably wants to get booed half the time. Like, they were saying, as she continued to talk more shit throughout the entire game, like, the fans went from cheering her to, like, you know, cheering when bad things happen to her. So I'm like, look, that is what it is. And I think Sophie Cunningham,
her commitment to the organization seems genuine and long-term. Whether she starts next season remains uncertain, but this uncertainty doesn't appear to concern her. Throughout this campaign, she has maintained consistent effort and performance regardless of her role, whether coming off the bench or starting games. Her resilience was particularly evident during this latest poor team performance, where she never stopped competing despite the circumstances.
look, that is what it is. And I think Sophie Cunningham's a person who, I think she wants to be booed. I think she wants to get booed. I think she likes being hated. I think she likes being that polarizing player where everybody loves you or hates you, which is a great position to be in when the team you are on is the team with the biggest fan base. Like, if you are on a team that has 75% of the WNBA fans and you are despised by the other 25% but loved by 75%, like, that is
Cunningham's toughness and competitive spirit represent irreplaceable qualities that the Fever cannot afford to lose. Her willingness to fight through adversity and maintain intensity when others fade makes her invaluable to the team's culture and future success. The organization would be foolish to let such a player walk away, especially given her obvious happiness with her current situation and the mutual benefits of the relationship. The Indiana Fever organization has issued a major injury announcement regarding their roster situation that will significantly impact their playoff preparations.
Gotta say, and to see what the Indiana Fever front office has put out. So just like I stated, guys, this is a very concerning situation with this team as we get closer to the playoffs. I don't want this to be an injury, but an injury thing, but it looked like this team is injury prone at this point. Even starting at the top with Caitlin getting hurt, man. Just not a good look, man. Okay, let's head on over here. Let's check out this article real quick. The
team's medical staff has confirmed devastating news about two key players following their recent matchup. During last evening's contest, concerns immediately arose when observers noticed troubling scenes on the court. The sight of one player wearing protective footwear and another going down with what appeared to be a serious knee problem brought back memories of the difficult period this franchise endured earlier in the campaign. The situation bears an uncomfortable resemblance to the challenging stretch the organization faced during their summer struggles.
That has been released. It says, Indiana Fever provide updates on Sid Colson and Ari McDonald. The Indiana Fever announced today that guards Sidney Colson and Ari McDonald both will miss the remainder of the 2024-25 season. Damn, they done for the season, dog. the remainder of the 2024 season after injuries during the team's game last night. Colson sustained an interior.
According to the official statement from the franchise, both Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald will be unavailable for the entire remaining portion of the current campaign. The medical evaluations revealed the extent of their respective injuries sustained during the previous night's competition. Colson experienced a complete rupture of her anterior cruciate ligament.
Colson sustained an anterior cruciate ligament ACL tear. Oh, Sydney did to her ACL in her left knee during the first quarter of the game, while Ari McDonald suffered a broken bone in her right foot during the fourth quarter. My goodness, guys. This is bad. Really, really bad. Ari McDonald was giving us production. Ari McDonald was doing what she had to do to get us up to speed with everything.
Meanwhile, McDonald sustained a fracture to a bone in her right foot during the final quarter of action. Both injuries represent significant setbacks for players who had been contributing meaningfully to the team's efforts. The timing of these injuries creates particular concern given the team's current circumstances. McDonald had been providing valuable contributions and stepped up effectively when other players were sidelined.
To get us up to speed with everything, with Caitlin going out, Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald out for the season, bro. This is not good, guys, at all. Where's we going to start? So, Sophie Cunningham says she good after leaving the game with the left ankle injury, then returning, coming off the bench in the second half. She led the Fever with 18 points tonight. She balled out. Now, Stephanie White said it looked like a knee injury for Sydney Colson and the right foot for Ari McDonald.
Her absence, combined with Colson's injury, leaves the organization facing familiar challenges at the point guard position that plagued them during their summer difficulties. There was some positive news regarding Sophie Cunningham, who briefly exited the game due to a left ankle issue but managed to return to action. She delivered an impressive performance off the bench during the second half, leading all scorers with 18 points in what was otherwise a difficult evening for the franchise. Head coach Stephanie White initially assessed the situations as a knee concern for Colson and a foot problem for McDonald before the full extent of the injuries became clear through subsequent medical evaluation.
Said it looked like a knee injury for Sydney Colson and the right foot for Ari McDonald. So Ari is hurt. On our status, we'll get more evaluation when they get home. So Ari McDonald more than likely ain't going to play. And I got to be the one to tell you, look like the Indiana Fever could be signing another player. Basically, another hardship player could be on the way. Sydney Colson hurt. Ari McDonald hurt. Now we got to see who's available again at the point guard position. Again, we got to go through this again, y'all. This look very.
The organization will likely need to explore roster additions through hard.
Again, we got to go through this again, y'all. This looked very familiar to the month of June. I believe was it June when Caitlin, Sid, who else was hurt? Sophie was hurt. This looked like June again. My goodness, another hardship player's on the way. Damn. Somebody said my freaking blood pressure is high.
The contest itself drew criticism for the team's execution and overall effort level, adding frustration to an already challenging situation for supporters. Adding insult to injury, the opposing Phoenix Mercury's social media presence took advantage of the situation by posting celebratory content featuring player Diana Taurasi in a playful manner. This type of social media activity from an opponent's official account struck many as unprofessional given the circumstances, particularly considering the Mercury's recent struggles against this particular opponent dating back to the previous season. The broadcasting team covering the evening's action also drew attention for their commentary choices.
Somebody said my freaking blood pressure is high. I can't with these losses. I mean, tonight's loss was ridiculous, guys. I mean, just downright ignorant. This was a downright ignorant loss. An embarrassment to the team, an embarrassment to the fan base. And I'm telling you right now, oh my God. Look at what the Phoenix Mercury admin just did. Look at what the Phoenix Mercury admin just did. Look at the Phoenix Mercury admin. Who do they got right there? Dewana Bonner.
During discussion of Connecticut Sun forward Alyssa Thomas achieving her 7th consecutive double-double performance, the announcer suggested that even star player Caitlin Clark should acknowledge Thomas's accomplishments. This type of commentary raised questions about neutrality and professionalism in game coverage. The league's official social media accounts highlighted Thomas's historic achievement, noting her record-setting triple-double performance. However, some observers questioned whether certain
They got right there Dewana Bonner in the damn air. Skating. Y'all haven't beat the Fever since 2023. Let's be serious. Look at this. On the planet Mercury, now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Really? 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 Now you know, huh? Wow. Wow. This is
The confluence of injuries, poor team performance, unprofessional opponent behavior, and questionable broadcasting choices created a particularly frustrating evening for the organization and their supporters. The loss of 2 rotation players for the remainder of the campaign represents a significant challenge as the team attempts to position itself for postseason success. Without their full complement of players, the organization faces an uphill battle to maintain competitive form during the crucial final stretch of the regular season. The medical staff will continue monitoring other players' health status while the front office explores options to supplement their depleted roster through available league mechanisms.